Hello everybody, it's me TONIK TZW, and this video is a stream highlight that I've had sat on the back burner for a long time, meaning to do a talk through on it, and I've called it Position for the Win. I'm out in division with Chin Laden in the TONIK, we've got Bod Bootneck in the Emerald, and I'm running the Giulio Caesarea. And looking at the team sheet, we're on neighbours. There's one division there with a Koenig, a Derflinger, and an Orion. There's another Wyoming there. There's a Carrier. There's a couple of Omahas, a Yahagi, and one Destroyer. So we haven't got the Carrier on our side, but what we have got is the Destroyer. Chin's playing the Murder Sausage. It's something he's been playing on and off over the last few weeks, and he seems to have some good luck, some bad luck, and everything else is in the middle with it. But we are out on the left flank, and we are going to play this flank. And in watching this video back, because there's always a lot going on in the game, you're wondering who's shooting at you and things like that, but watching this video back, it made me sort of see that this was potentially quite a good example of showing how position and cover can potentially lead you to a victory. Spotting those ships, we know that we have got the full division coming this way. We are going to try and get as many guns onto them as possible. They look like they're trying to do a bit of a thunder run, a bit of a charge down the flank. Use the weight of steel that they've got in their division to push down hard and fast, catch blue team by surprise, and try and force themselves through to a win. But the Omaha is sailing straight down the middle of the map, and even though he is slightly angled to me, he does take a citadel and lose his engine. Had he not been as angled, that might have been a dev strike. But he gets away with it. But he should know now that I am looking at him. His engine is out, so has he already damage controlled? We don't care actually, because the next shells are going on. We're actually save a turret, and we're looking for somebody else. So he takes a second citadel and goes out for first blood. Now we see that Wyoming at the top there. I think he is in the division. Or was it the Orion that was in division with the tier 4 guys? But we're not really getting hassled by the Carrier at the moment, and we're positioning ourselves so that we can keep one of those islands between ourselves and the majority of red team. Chin is trying to have a look at where he can best be placed to do some ambush murder sausage on these guys. And I'm aware that there is a battleship there at the top end of that island, but I don't think he's going to come out unless he thinks that he has got an advantage or is certain that he can get a very good shot on us. Now I'm closing back in towards this island because I want to try and keep the cover from those ships that you can see off to my left now, and try and keep this battleship in the middle in a crossfire. So I'm going to be twisting and turning. I'm hoping that the blue team ships on the right side of our base are going to get some fire on too, and we're going to keep twisting and turning and firing as and when we get turrets available. We are rolling 2 turrets at a time here, which sometimes is a good tactic because you can catch people off guard as they think you fired all your guns, and then the next thing they know they've got 2 turrets of armor piercing flying towards them. Now, although those guys pushed very, very aggressively at the start, they've kind of slammed on the brakes now because they've realized that they are going to put themselves in the crossfire. Chin is out there in front of them now, And sorry, he's not out in front of them yet. I was misreading the map. But Chin is pushing back into that corner because he is going to look at pushing out in front of them and putting up a screen of torpedoes to hold them where they are and just stop them from pushing any further, so that blue team on the right can get a crossfire in from the right. If I can take care of this Wyoming, who's firing high explosive rounds at me for some reason, thank you very much. You might have done a bit more damage if you'd had Armour Peterson on, but hey, such is life, eh? I am now going to take a look at this Wyoming, but he disappears. We'll ripple the shots into the invisible ship and see what comes of it. We're still looking to see that our backside is covered from these battleships. Chin and Board Bootneck have both got smoke screens here, so they can put those to great use while those ships are spotted from elsewhere on the map or from the carrier. Those guys are literally stuck with not really anywhere to go. They can't go forwards because they've got a destroyer in front of them. They can't really go backwards because they'd probably be making themselves clear targets for the ships, blue team ships on the right flank. They are screened from me, so it kind of works both ways. And then we see that the Derpy Derp Flinger is pushing in, so I'm trying to slow down and give myself the opportunity to get a shot on this guy, but he is turning away. Is he trying to run down the smoke screen? Potentially, but he turns away from it. Those, or two of those guys, are low health now. We've got this ship off to our front still. He's got himself spotted. He's still slightly angled, and I think he's looking to get shots onto Chin and Board Bootneck there at the bottom of that island. He's still firing high explosive. Shaking my head because had he been firing Armour Peterson, Board Bootneck is weaving, dodging, ducking and diving, and at some point he probably would have given up a bit too much skin and been a better target for that Wyoming. But Wyoming decides that he's going to reverse back behind his little protective island. He's going to crawl back inside his little shell, and he's going to wait for something else to happen. We've lost 3 ships. Red team have lost 4 ships, and I decide that this Wyoming could potentially be a problem if he starts pushing down now. Chin is moving out into open water now that the smoke screens have gone, and he's going to keep his torpedoes on the go. I can't remember if he starts shooting at things, but we've got sort of a 180-degree arc of fire around red team here on this side of the map. We're doing quite a decent job of it. These guys don't know which way to run. They realise now that they can't pull back because I have got this side covered. But by the same measure, if I push out too far, they could get shots on me while Board Bootneck is on that bottom edge of the island and Chin is out in front of them. So I'm just going to think, well, Tier 4 versus Tier 3 should be an easy job. I haven't really lost much in the way of hit points, have I? But sometimes, if you're up against a lower tiered ship, they will fight all that much harder to try and get one up on you. Because it's certainly the case where if you get a lower tier ship and you get up tiered and you take that team to task and come out with a victory, then good on you because you've taken it to the big boys. But I'm thinking I should be okay here. All we got to do is watch for his shots, time his reloads, and then put our guns in as and when I think I've got the opportunity. So I'm pushing closer, and yeah, we knock out a gun, we get an incapacitation, we take a fair decent chunk of health off him. But as I turn to put my back turrets on, I realise that he is turning into me. But we pick up a high caliber. Red team are threatening our base at the moment, but Bootneck is still putting fire on. I'm keeping the Wyoming's attention off Bootneck because it's on me, and he absolutely slaps me with a hell of a shot there. And Wargaming saying that this whole shots dropping short thing is within the remit or within the framework of RNG, the random number generator, but I'm firing broadsides at this ship, and you can see that the shells are just diving into the water. RNG deserted me, so we're waiting for the second turret to come up to guarantee ourselves a kill here, and we go bang underneath that turret. We get the citadel, we get the kill. There is one ship left at the back of the map, and there is one ship left in the... is it the middle of the map? Yep, there he is. There he is behind us. He's been stuck down by that island for the majority of the game with his division mates. He hasn't really been able to go anywhere. We have held them from pushing through aggressively. We have countered their push. We've taken his teammates down, and I don't remember if it's Chin or Bootneck pick up that guy, but we get the carrier spotted, and one of our cruisers has pushed round all the way around to their capture point from the right flank. So holding that team there has allowed our ships, and we've had the bulk of the heavy steel on this side of the map, but that's allowed that cruiser to get around the other flank and get onto the cap. It's stopping their team from picking up points, which again has given us a slight advantage with every tick of the clock. The carrier is reversed back into the map, oblivious to what is going on in the game, and we get one citadel on him. And then I realise if I keep going at this speed, I'm probably going to get stuck and not able to put a shot on him for the last bit of the game. So I slam it into reverse. The carrier is interested in getting cap resets by the look of it, but before he gets a chance to really do anything else to that cruiser, we put the shots out there, and bingo, he's gone. All in all, not a huge frantic, high damage, loads of medals, tons of kills games, but between the three of us in that game, you know, I picked up a high caliber, that's 30% of the overall HP of the team. But between us, we picked up 6 kills. We dealt with 2/3 of the red team with just the 3 of us. And that was just being positioned perfectly to stop them from doing what they wanted to do. So we held them, we took them to task, and we pushed back, and we took the win. So I hope you have enjoyed watching the video. Please do click the like button. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoyed this one, please do click on one of these links and have a look through some of the other videos that I have on the channel. Until next time, take care and goodbye.